Here we go. Cap 1 and Cap 2. Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Jay, and this is our 2 cents where we talk everything boxing and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's video, we will be discussing rumors going around the YouTube streets. Well, it's not even really rumors. Bill Haney and Brian Norman Sr. coming out saying that they've agreed to fight each other per Turkey Alice Sheik. I'm going to give my 2 cents on that. But before we do that, make sure you punch that like and subscribe button, and make sure you let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as we go throughout the video. Now, I just want to come on here real quick and make a quick video so I can get my 2 cents on wax about the Brian Norman Jr. fight with Devin Haney. Now, we went through Hitchison, and now we're at Brian. Apparently, Devin Haney is out. He's on the prowl. He's looking for somebody to fight. So now word on the street is that Brian Norman and Devin Haney are going to be fighting. That's the word on the street. At first, Bill Haney was going around saying they was going to fight. Brian Norman Sr. came out and was like, I don't know what he talking about. I ain't got no offer. Now all of a sudden they got an offer from Turkey Alice Sheik and they've agreed to fight. And I just want to call cap. And I'm calling cap for several reasons. And it's just my opinion. Now listen, is it possible that they could fight and they're serious about this? Let me say this first, preface it with this. It's a possibility they could fight. It's a possibility that they're serious and that they are really about to make a fight with each other. But I don't think so. And I'm going to give my 2 cents on why. So, first of all, let's take into account who we are dealing with. Bill Haney, Cap 1, and Brian Norman Sr., Cap 2. These two fathers are known to do a lot of exaggerating. I'm going to use the word exaggerating. To use a lot of exaggerating when they talk about fights and contracts and accepting offers and things like that. They both exaggerate a lot. So reason number one is that neither one of them are really quote unquote trustworthy, so to speak. I mean, you've had Brian Norman Jr. come out, say they took him an offer, it wasn't enough, and then he came out and say they couldn't make the fight anyway because his hand was hurt, and all kind of contradictory things that Brian Norman Jr. has came out and said. Bill Haney, I don't need to give y'all a rundown on that. Y'all know all the capping that Bill Haney does. So that's reason number one. Reason number two is, why would Devin Haney at this point right now take a fight with Brian Norman when that would be a very risky fight for Devin Haney to take? One, Devin Haney is fighting at 144 pounds. He has not even fought at 147 pounds actually yet. So will he be going to 47 to fight Brian Norman, or will Brian Norman have to fight Devin Haney at a catch weight? What weight would they fight at? Let me know and drop it below. What weight would they fight at? If you disagree with me, just let me know and drop it below. What weight would Brian Norman and Devin Haney fight at? Would it be a catch weight? Would Devin be bringing Norman down? Or would Devin Haney be going up? Is my question. And considering Brian Norman is a quote-unquote knockout artist, he's very strong, that would be a very risky fight for Devin. Now, theoretically, Devin should be able to outbox Brian Norman, right? Devin Haney's style should be able to overcome the style of Brian Norman's style theoretically. And I think that's what a lot of people are banking on. But there are a lot of other factors at play right now when it comes to Devin Haney and what level he's able to perform at. It's still questions in people's head. Now, Devin Haney could be fine and he could just go in the fight and outbox Brian Norman, as the theory would suggest, but we don't know that because of the way that he performed in his last fight. Some people think he's gun shy. Some people think he's not ready to get back in the ring. Some people feel like he lacks confidence. And these are all concerns that people have as far as Devin Haney is concerned. And would Devin Haney really right now take such a dangerous fight at this point in his career? Would that make sense? Let me know and drop it below. Would it make sense for Devin Haney to take a fight like that? Now, if Devin Haney takes the fight, cool. But me personally, I would say Devin I don't think that's a good idea for you to take a fight that risky and dangerous right now, just right now. Get a couple more fights in at 47, fight at the weight, acclimate to the weight, and then start going to pursue more dangerous fights. Once you got a fight, another fight or two under your belt, you seeing where you are mentally when you get in the ring, when you under those lights, then I would suggest or advise that you take a fight like that. To take a fight like that right now, to me, it doesn't make any sense, which is another reason why I'm calling Cap on that they're about to fight. And we both know that Brian Norman Sr. and Devin Haney are the type of people that like to attach their name to fighters and go off and do other things. So imagine you got two people that just want to attach their name to somebody to keep a storyline while they run off and go do other things. They've met up together. Now they're a team. Y'all think they about to fight each other? Bill Haney and Brian Norman Sr. are a team, y'all. Bill Haney got a teammate now. They teaming up with the capping. It's not just one party capping, it's gonna be both parties capping. So y'all just sit back and grab some popcorn and watch the show. Because I doubt that they fight each other right now. I doubt that they fight each other right now. All of a sudden, Devin Haney wants to fight Brian Norman. Just 2 days ago, it was Richardson Hitchison. And then had the audacity to say Richardson Hitchison ducked him when Richardson Hitchison fights at 140 pounds. How am I ducking people that's not in my weight class? I think that narrative really needs to stop. Now, another thing, I haven't heard Turkey say he wants Brian Norman and Devin Haney to fight. Turkey just had a whole list of fights that he wanted to happen in November. He did not say Devin Haney and Brian Norman. Don't y'all think that if Devin Haney and Brian Norman really made a deal to fight, that they would be fighting on the November card that Turkey was just talking about, that what he want to see? Wouldn't that make sense? I'm not saying that they not fighting, y'all. I'm just using logic and common sense. If they had an offer, they'd probably be fighting in November, and that would be a fight Turkey would have most likely mentioned when he just mentioned Jerron and his Virgil Ortiz and all these other made-up fights in his head that he want to see, that he acting like he already got put in place to happen. He did not mention them. So how was Bill and Brian going to be talking about a fight and offers that have already been made, and we haven't heard Turkey say one word about it? And when have you ever, I keep telling y'all, the first red flag is when people are negotiating in public. It doesn't happen. Please name fights that you've seen negotiated just all in the public and that they happen. Concerning Bill and or Brian Norman Sr. Every time they fight somebody, it's somebody that they have not been talking about in the public. All this back and forth on the interviews, doing all this. Turkey want to fight. It's a whole card coming up in November. Turkey ain't said their name. Brian and Bill, both known to be capping. It's a whole lot of reasons why I just don't think that this fight is going to be happening. But I want to come on here real quick and just put my thoughts on wax. Let me know what you think about Devin Haney and Brian Norman Sr. fighting. Is it a fight you're interested in? Is it a fight you want to see? And what are your chances of that fight happening on a scale of 1 to 10? What do you give that fight of happening? I give it a 3 right now. I'm not saying it's not going to happen at all, but the fight being next, I'm going to give it a 3. But let me know what you think by dropping your 2 cents below in the comments. Follow me on IG at 2 Cents Boxing. Follow me on X at 2 Cents 20. Stay tuned for my 2 cents in the next video, and click this video popping up so we can keep the conversation going.